Hello and greetings, folks. Today I will be addressing you to discuss the several issues and aspects of modern racism and prejudices against African American individuals in the current American society. I will be talking about the facts that involve African Americans with discrimination, defamation, or further psychosocial damage to people of this race. Also, I will be talking about some determined stereotypes that are attributed to black people or Afro-descendants. Also, I will be discussing about how this kind of discrimination began, where did it originate, and to end this investigation, I will be giving a conclusion to tell my personal opinion about this issue. Here we begin. First of all, I wanted to talk about the fact of how this originated on the first place. Black population in America started to arrive as part of the many colonies founded by several Spanish conquerors in the early 16th century, brought as slaves from America in many of those expeditions of colonization. Europeans started to settle down in several regions ashore the sea. Returning to the principal topic, in this situation, Negroes, as colonizers used to call them, started to develop a sense of being servers for their masters and being treated as animals. In these ways of racism started some stereotypes as not having human capabilities or being ruled by the white, being inferior between others. In modern times, these stereotypes have increased due to many factors indeed, which may be justified by their recent acceptance and full induction to the society, also their treatment as human beings that people from this race have acquired during the last century, but as it has its ups, it also has its downs. With all the culture they have had gathered and been getting from their previous roots in the African continent to their own culture and the one gathered in this new continent, they have gained the acceptance of most of the population. But they have also won extremist racism from several people that still see black people as abominations and unintelligent creatures. Actually, there are some prejudices that describe black people as poor, disobedient, irresponsible, and often involved with criminality conducts. This can be justified by the fact of being directly involved to the hip-hop rap culture, in which talks about the pride of being a nigger, or in sometimes they call themselves gangsters, plus the clothing that these cultures inspire to dress. This all combined make black individuals, as a generalization, often really into their main stereotypes, which are the next ones. They tend to get directly involved with illegal businesses, like the drug contraband and the business behind it. People from other races, most whites, can't believe or can assume that they can be successful in a legal way. They always have to assume, or that's what the stereotype says, that they get the money from illegal matters, that they can have a higher economic position as them. Number 2, they get to be noticed for their highly muscular mass development and above average agility, plus the high rate of success in sports which the black race is greatly dominant, such as basketball, and have quite representatives in such sports as baseball or American football. Therefore, here exists a stereotype that implies that all of black people are good players in basketball or another sports. There is also an stereotype that specifies that black women are really liberal and tend to get angry really fast and show extremist humor changes. They are very aggressive, and when they get pissed or bothered by someone directly or indirectly. There is a social stereotype that tells black people love eating certain kinds of food and beverages. They are told to be somehow addicted to fried chicken, watermelon, and always thirst for several kinds of sugar water or sweet water, as some commercial brands might be Kool-Aid. The last of the stereotypes to be mentioned in this video is one of the most recent that are divulgated socially really quick, which implies that black males can't swim or doesn't know how to. This hasn't been justified, but it's really spreading fast, and it also implies that most of black females have fake hair or fake hair extensions. This last one can be somehow justified because it is medically proved that black people have natural, rough, and bad. Returning to the main theme, black people can be prejudiced without even knowing them. These judgments are some justified, but it doesn't mean that those stereotypes represent the whole race, like any other prejudices in any other race. As a conclusion, I would like to state that, as a Venezuelan, I feel no difference between African Americans and Euro-Americans, or white people. Or may I say white population. As a Latin American, I don't get the feeling North American people feel towards black people. That maybe is because I grew up with people of all races, thinking we were all the same, even though there is people in the US who don't get my same experience and are born in all white communities or are raised believing that black people are abominations. There are still in presence rednecks and racist population in the US in some southern states that still believe that they live in Civil War era. And they might be born hating black people and not knowing why. That may recall in prejudices, etc. And that is something I can, in some case, understand them, even though I don't share the racist ideology and believe that all human beings are the same and have the same opportunities as everybody else. I also believe nobody has the power or authority to judge somebody for the color of their skin or either their beliefs or ideas. Therefore, I find racism as a medieval practice, a cruel practice, and obviously an against human rights practice, which in modern times is deplorable and must be punished at any moment. Well, I'm sure I could inform you a lot about African American prejudices and stereotypes. Hope I see you next time. Bye.